Hey friends of YouTube, this is Robbie speaking, and yeah, we are finally going to talk about this. Neon Genesis Evangelion. The once great mecha series, the once critically acclaimed. A lot of people love this anime. They say it's like one of the best mech animes of all time. But what do I think about it though? Like, what do I think about it? Like, what's my personal opinion on it? Well, after binge watching this series, including the end of Evangelion, which is the movie, like the finale to this, I finally get to talk about it. Like, I finally get to talk about it, what I liked about it, and what I didn't like about it. I'm not gonna dive into spoilers, so don't worry. So basically what this show is about three teenagers, the ones that you see right here. Basically, they are given these robot suits, these giant mech suits, to fight the angels, these like monstrous giant creatures. And on the way, they go through these like psychological problems. They start feeling depression, and it just shows how these missions just affect them mentally. So over here we have Shinji, the male lead character. He is shy, and as the show goes along, he gets depressed. Like I said before, he's one of those characters that gets really depressed. But despite that, he's not really that fleshed out of a character. I mean, he's not a bad main character. I mean, but I just feel like there are times where he just feels forced. Like it's just like have you ever watched an anime where you have a main character but just feels really forced? This guy kind of feels like that. He just feels like that, and just I don't know. It's just hard to explain. You'll have to watch the show for yourself and just figure that out for yourself. But some people like him, and then there are some people who don't. And I'm sort of in between that. So, like, I like the guy, and I don't. I don't know if that makes sense or not. And now we are getting to waifu territory. Let's talk about Ahsoka. I think that's how I'm pronouncing it, Ahsoka. But basically, she is this bitchy but cocky pilot. Like, she will beat Shinji down at times just to see who is better. And another thing about Ahsoka is that apparently she is German, like German. And when I was watching this, I mean, there were times where she was speaking German, but I don't know if she has like the best German accent that I've heard. I don't know if, I mean, I know it could be hard for like the voice actors to come up with like the best German accent, but I can tell you this right now, like this is gonna be a little bit personal. Well, not too personal, but basically, my grandma was born and raised in Germany, West Germany. Like, she sounds so German compared to this girl right here. But she's a cool character, though. Asuka's a cool character. I mean, she goes through some mental breakdowns too, like Shinji. She does get depressed, but I feel like that's more relevant for her than it is for Shinji, because this girl has gone through a lot of stuff, like her backstory. My God. Again, spoiler territory. I'm not going to go into spoiler territory, so you'll have to see that for yourself. But Asuka, look forward to Asuka, though. She's a really cool character. And then we have Rei, this likable pilot, but yet emotionalist. And I can't really say too much on her either, because if I do, it'll spoil the show for you, so I don't want to do that. But yeah, if you've seen like cosplays of her and stuff, it's pretty much because she is popular, though. Everybody, whenever people think of Evangelion, they think of this girl right here, and of course Asuka. But there's one waifu that doesn't get too much attention as her and Asuka, and I'm about to talk about her right now. And it is Miss Sato. Miss Sato is just so amazing, though. Like, she is a really funny character. Like, she loves to drink, she just loves to have fun and all that. But when she's out, like, I wouldn't say on the field, but when it comes to her being a soldier, a high-ranking officer, she is really serious about what she does, though. You know when to take her seriously, and you know when to take her in a funny way. That's what I love about this character so much. I would talk about some of the other characters, but I feel like there's not much to talk about, unless if you want to dig deep into spoilers. I mean, I already talked about Rei and how I didn't want to dig deep into spoilers either, so if I talked about the other characters, the rest, it would be pretty much the same situation. So let's skip on the other characters, no offense to them, but let's just talk about some of the other cool stuff. The Mech Suits. The Mech Suits look so amazing, though. They don't look cute. They don't look like Transformer ripoffs. They look different, though. They look like monsters. That's how they should look like, though, because when they go on a rampage, my God, though. Like, and that's another thing, though, too, though. Like, these suits, they have minds of their own, and it's crazy, though. It's really crazy, though. Like, it's crazy that you think when you're piloting this thing at first, you're like, oh, I can control this thing all by myself. And then all of a sudden, though, this monster that's inside the suit has a mind of its own, that it can control whatever it wants. Like, it will go on a rampage like you see in those giant monster movies. It is sick, though. This is one of my favorite things about this show, was the mech suits. As for the animation looks decent for its time, though. It doesn't look like it's stunning, though. I can't really think of any 90s anime that looks really that stunning. that doesn't really stick out like some certain animes today. But I mean, the animation in this looks decent though. It's not like an eyesore. I mean, there were times when I was like, okay, they could have animated that a bit better. But like I said before, that's how a lot of other '90s animes were like at the time. But I mean, the animation looks decent. I mean, I think the only time where the animation really shines the most is with the robot suits. Like I said before, the robot suits, like the robot fights, still amazing. I keep saying it all the time, but they were amazing though. But anyway, though, let's talk about the opening though. The opening, it starts off slow, and calm. I mean, you hear some feminine voice, and then it gets upbeat though, like. I'm sorry, guys, just had to like dance to that for a moment though. But I mean, it was a good opening though. I really did like this opening though. I think it had a pretty good upbeat feeling to it though. It got you in the mood for that, which is how anime openings should be though. It should get you in the mood for the show that's coming. The anime has a decent beginning though. I mean, it doesn't start off like great. It doesn't start off grand, but it has a decent beginning though. I mean, you get kind of a feel of what this show is going to be. You get a feel that it's going to be a mech show with some psychological drama. But another thing about this though is that when you get to like, you see the characters, they go to school though. The three main characters, they go to school. And when these three characters go to school though, you get this slice of life vibe to it though. You get this slice of life vibe, like, not saying it's like Toradora, but I mean, you get a bit of a slice of life vibe. But I mean, I'm okay with it, but it kind of caught me off guard a bit because I wasn't expecting that show to go in that direction though. But I mean, still though, I was fine with it though. I was fine with it. But as you get closer to the end of the show, like I said before, the show has humor. But it slowly fades away when you get to the psychological drama more, though. Like, you get to the psychological drama more, and I understand it's kind of hard to fit the humor in there. But that's not the problem, though, that I have with it, though. The problem I have with the psychological drama, it lasts for, like, 2 episodes, like the 2 final episodes before the end of Evangelion, which is the movie that comes after this, which you have to watch. But, I mean, it just lasts for so long. It's just, like, can't it just be 1 episode, or maybe half an episode? I'm just saying though, it's just extending too long. I mean, I know this is what the show is sort of like. I understand the characters are being affected by the stuff that they go through in battle, but it's lasting too long. And then we have the ending though. Like the end of Evangelion though, you have to watch that though. Like, and there's some good moments in it though, but then when you get close to that very end, like the final 10 minutes, I don't know, like, I didn't really feel sad, but it felt emotionless though. It didn't feel like there was any emotion with it at all. I don't know if that's how the show is supposed to feel, but I wasn't feeling anything but like disappointment though. Like, I was like, this is what the show was building up to end, but does the ending ruin the anime? No, not necessarily. I still enjoyed the anime though. Like, I still enjoyed some of the characters except Shinji, and I enjoyed the robot fights. I enjoyed some of the humor. It worked so well though, but then the ending, like I said before, sucked for me. It's really sucked for me. I was really disappointed, but it's not enough to ruin this anime as a whole though. And because of that, I'm gonna give this a 7 out of 10. But if you're someone who is thinking about watching this anime, thinking about watching this on Netflix, do it though. I mean, whether you like it or not, I say give it a watch. You may like it better than me, you may hate it, but you already know where I stand. You already know that I'm one of those people that likes it, but hates some things about it. If you want to give out your honest opinion on the show, like if you have someone who has already watched this, let me know in the comment section down below on what you thought of it though. Like, just let me know. And I'm not trying to sound desperate or anything, but I am at 88 subscribers right now, so please, I'm almost at 100. Please subscribe. And that's all I have to say. I'm Rob A, and may the anime force be with you. Oh, one more thing before I go. If you guys have seen Darling in the Franxx, if you guys have seen it, know this one thing. Darling in the Franxx is better than Evangelion. Can't believe I just said that.